The reason I was pre-med and I did music was because I didn't know I was supposed to be a musician. I didn't know that this was going to be my path. My father is from Nigeria and my mom is from Grenada. What that means also is that they wanted their child, like me, to have a stable career. And as my dad would say, a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, because he's a Nigerian, Father God on that man. So I always thought that's what I was going to do. And I really, really enjoyed it. It just happened that circumstances changed where I started once again understanding what I uniquely brought to music. And once I had clarity on that, that's when I realized, okay, I think there's something here that I can bring. And I really want to try to bring that from a space of love. I have no idea how I'm going to pursue music. I've always thought that medicine is my path. Medicine has a path that I understand. Music, it's an open ended question. I have absolutely no idea where to even start with pursuing a career in music. And I had to convince my parents, which is, I mean, that was probably the biggest challenge too. So I spoke to a friend of mine who was MD, PhD, and he was also a Nigerian, and I needed his consultation. And he said, look, medicine will always be there. It will always be there as something if you want to do it. You're young. You might as well follow this passion if you feel like there's something tugging at your heart to do this. I said, okay. And that's when I just started to put music out there. I just started to try things. I started putting up YouTube videos. The beautiful thing I think about studying pre-med and being in college and getting other information is that it helped me understand how my music could be a part of a global society that we live in. That I could speak to people who are doctors, I could speak to people who are engineers, I could speak to people who are diplomats, I could speak to people in their context, understanding where they're coming from, why they're thinking certain things, so that when I present my music, there's a deeper conversation to be had rather than I'm siloed to the one thing that I know, which is music. That's the beauty of you all being who you are and bringing your uniqueness to the table so that the classical world gets a completely different feel of what it can be and you get to move the narrative forward. So I'd say anybody who's thinking about studying something outside of music, I very much would say go and do that. It's only going to help your humanity. And at the end of the day, music's purpose is to connect humanity through love.